It looked fun. I played it for a couple minutes. I enjoyed what I played, so see how it goes. We're gonna go on normal. It's funny how normal is the easy mode here. Oh my gosh, 900 FPS? Wild West, yeah. $900 FPS, yeah. Dude, it's up to 981. Let's go. That's not good. Why is that not good? It's phenomenal.
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
That voice sounds
what
familiar.
What are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a
Whole
bitch
game or a
had
bad
no
game?
fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawman who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
I know that bartender's voice from something and I can't place it. Oh, he's apparently from Persona 4 as well. Donatello from the 2003 Turtles, that could very well be it. He's Mr. Zircon. Yeah, whatever. Let's go. It's game time.
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day.
Physics!
I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, ha-ha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
Press. Oh?
You heard Pat. You need to stay here and keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
Hell, shoot that sumbitch!
Earn experience by killing enemies you need it for leveling and gaining extra abilities. Nice.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
They're coming from
Garrett
the
and
rear!
his army of deputies had surrounded the entire
Gunning down enemies
homestead.
fills your
I
concentration.
decided to help Billy and the boys out.
Concentration.
So that's just what I did.
Hey, that one behind us! Stay on it! Cover fire!
Pew pew!
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
Yeah, for some reason I was like... I was going through my Steam library trying to figure out what game to play. And I noticed this one. And I'd seen it before, but, like, I didn't know how it got in my Steam library. Like, I don't remember buying this game, but... I guess I did at some point. So I played a round of it, like, the arcade mode, and it seemed fun. So I was like, I'll play that.
I knew going through that front door meant putting my butt in a shooting gallery. So I decided to get sneaky.
Me sneaky? Oh dear. What's this? Press U to open skills. You have 1 skill point to spend here. 3 skills. Ranger, long distance trapper. I want this. Dual wield revolvers. Yeah, give me that. Thank you. That'll be fun.
Watch out! He's one of them! God damn it, he's right behind us!
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut
Let's send
off.
these some bitches running!
Still, one of them reached the water tower.
Whoa. Why didn't you send
Not a
some
bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
Where's that dual wielding revolvers?
You think you can kill me too?
Give me my second revolver. Here it is. Give me it. No, I want both. Give me both. There we go.
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed. A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
Excuse me.
I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you! Truth be told,
Bang.
things weren't much better behind
Bang.
the house. I cut their numbers in half.
Reload.
But that just made the ones that were left twice as mad.
Let's go. Reload. Faster. Looks oddly satisfying, dude. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, as I said, I don't know how this got in my library, but I'll take it.
My way around the back of the house.
Give me ammunition. Can I increase the FOV? I want more FOV. Video, full screen, vertical, sneak off, full age view distance far. Yeah, okay.
And like that, I was inside. None the worse for wear. I passed Dirty Dave.
Deader than a rat in a track!
I should close the door, shouldn't I? No.
How about that?
And upstairs, I found Billy and Charlie Baldry. Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm.
You suck.
I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on.
Excuse me. There we go. Yeah, this game's actually really fun.
That's when Charlie got hit.
No!
They're catching us in a crossfire, shouted Billy. Get to the other side.
Explosion! Explosion! Slow motion! You're so dead, pal. Thank you. That didn't get him in the head, really?
I don't know how many of those.
How aren't you dead?
I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. They got a Gatling, Billy shouted. Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention.
Bring the horses from the
Directed
stable.
that order
Okay.
at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it?
Press control to breach the door.
Those poor sons of bitches are
Many
done
would have
for.
fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack
Okay.
is just joshing with you.
Yeah, he better be.
We're going up!
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am.
Cue to melee.
Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Making my way past a passing of fallen foes.
Sweet. Taking them out.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Boom!
And just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I
Bring
had
it.
the stables within my reach.
Chickens. And somebody's gonna be at the door. Yeah.
And that's when I met Sheriff
You
Pat
call that a
Garrett.
cowboy
I
game?
read
Yeah.
that you went toe to toe
I
with
call
him,
it the
sir.
real Dirty
That
Dan.
backstabbing
Welcome on
bastard
in, my
with
dude.
that
How you doing?
tacked-on tin star.
Stream Hunt? I mean, perhaps. I've been wanting to play that, and you keep saying no.
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
Keep your enemy in focus by using this. Okay. Your opponent reaches for the gun, press to draw your weapon. Just draw your weapon. Aim, then shoot.
And that
Yeah.
you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables. Stepped inside, and last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on, how did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
Honorably killed? Can you do it beforehand? Seems like it a bit easy. Would you like to switch to a hard difficulty? You can always adjust the difficulty. No!
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive.
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
Indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid.
Dun dun.
It's important to know that I was
1200
only riding
frames,
Billy
let's
so I
go.
could find the bastard I was after.
Excuse me? Knock knock.
He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Robbers don't start so soon. Yeah, let's go with that.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape too.
Hey, hey!
My first order of business was finding a firearm.
I'll take that. Thanks. New level. Let's go. What is this? Reload while sprinting. Yes!
Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
Yeah, this game's cool so far. It reminds me of like a Borderlands style game. Cut a man clean in half.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy?
Hell yeah. That scattergun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing.
It's not true.
Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Can't let the kid get away. Anybody see him?
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms.
Yeah, the woods. That wasn't my fault.
Suddenly, I was a fugitive.
How the hell did the kid escape?
Run.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever gonna find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
Sneak?
Doesn't have a moment's peace.
Me? That doesn't sound right.
But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
You hooligans can go to hell.
Town somewhere.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build
Boom.
and coloring. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
Get your heads down.
There's children.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, It was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty,
Headshot.
ungrateful beasts.
Ah!
They price
Headshot.
too high, if you ask me.
Put down your weapon! Damn ears are ringing.
Bang!
Threatening the lives of innocent people.
Heyo. Oh, he's dead. Work away through the town! I didn't mean to hit that button. Up we go. Where are we going? The audio mixing is very strange for the enemies
Where was
talking.
the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
I dodged that!
Got that son of a bitch!
Oh, it's a quick time event.
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town. I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
No. They all thought I was Billy. And all that
Hey.
blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean
Headshot.
son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun.
Reload! Uh-oh. It's gonna hurt. I'm no coward.
Don't let him get away!
You shouldn't have known that's where I was coming from. You're dead. You're dead.
Finally, I found what I was looking for.
Hey.
The stables on the edge of town.
Hey, oh, goodbye. Anyone over there? No? You guys give up? Cool.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Well, sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said. I think you better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun.
No.
So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Just your hand position. If you hear heartbeat as you try your gun first with this, we know is a disarmable black and stored accordingly. Got him!
Killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well,
Phew!
Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the Cowboys.
Episode 2. I thought I was already on episode 2.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
Yeah, this game's fun.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the Cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there!
I did my best to help those poor passengers.
Wasn't there a guy over there? Did he run? Excuse me, where? There you are.
Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did.
Those quick time events are so weird.
From above and rained down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had.
High ground. Nice.
Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to it.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the Cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's Cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I
guy's just the
kept
best one
shooting
going.
at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the Cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a
See
dreadful
you.
wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. To get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight
This
my
section's
way
rough.
past these other assholes first. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up.
Where do I retreat
Finally,
to?
they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Run!
He's getting away!
Darn right I
I
am.
ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this?
Whoa, where are we going?
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. That Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know.
We good? Alright, we got some ammunition.
And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo.
Sweet.
That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter.
Did I get both of them in one shot? Nice.
We get it.
They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Uh-oh.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, "Clanton, I'm coming for you!" A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest.
Stealth.
Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
Alright, we're doing good.
I don't know how you lived this long.
That was not the strategy! I thought I was gonna get him.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
Ah! What is this fight? Okay, that's the strategy. Got him.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
This game's cool. Oh, I have to hit enter. Makes sense.
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill. They were loaded for bear.
Hello.
What
Bye.
exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss
At this
you
point,
off?
it's not I am fish.
Well,
What do you
him
mean?
and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. The first I need to tell you about the Cowboy's new
Ah!
boss,
Sorry.
Curly
Sorry.
Bill Brocious.
Earth's coming!
Get ready, boys. Curly Bill
The
took
game.
charge of the Cowboys.
Thought it was I Am Bread.
Demise.
Uh-oh.
And after that gunfight
That's a lot
at the
more than I
OK
was
Corral,
expecting here.
The Clantons wanted revenge. So they murdered Morgan Earp, and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
Need to reload this thing. Crap.
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those
I Am
outlaws
Fish is
down.
the sequel. Yes. Yes. Grave revolver. Sweet.
So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
Why are you colorful? Stop shooting at me. Jerks. There we go. Yeah, I was just about to say I don't trust that thing. Nope.
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the Cowboys identified each other. And I was beginning to wish I had one myself. But
Alright.
I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed. And that's what drove me forward.
What's this? Ammunition,
They
let's
say
go.
that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Come on!
Herb wasn't much
Thank
of a
you.
match for him. But Doc Holliday might have taken it.
That lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
But
I wanna
everybody
reload
knew
faster.
that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Oops.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal. Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
What? Why were they going there?
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
Ammunition!
Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Bonk. Whoa, you're dead. Yeah, this game's fun. Excuse me. Hey. You should have died. Oh, I'm dead. No. I think I'm getting... OBS? Hello? Monitor? Just give me 1 second.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know how I managed to do that, but... That should have been a headshot! I was robbed.
Can't believe you keep missing.
Okay. I see you there, pal. Don't worry. Did I? No. Kind of a garbage match. Have one of those!
There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for
All
people
right.
to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience.
Ammunition!
I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
Yeah, I really, really like the style of this game. Where am I supposed to go?
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Why does he take so many bullets? That's cheating! Who's shooting at me? Crap! Why does he take so many bullets? It's dumb. All right. I can't see. Get my cover. All right. Alright, those are some good shots in there. No, don't get stuck on that. I'm stuck.
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
Ah!
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true. Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo. I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
Juarez, Gunslinger, mission list. Okay. I should be able to beat this in one sitting.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant. And hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits and put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape. And that's where I thought I'd find him.
Why would you be nervous? No one has the key.
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men. Samuel Colt made them equal.
All right. What was that? Oh. Ooh. It's golden.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it.
You can shoot dynamite in
It
the
was
air.
the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in 48.
What?
Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches.
Yeah, whatever.
There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers, and
I'm beating this game on
hijacking
hard
gold
than starting on hard than shoot meters to watch. Oh, you
like those
are
that
still
ran
early in the
with
game,
Plummer.
yeah.
Some
Hey,
were
Jason,
just
how's it
regular
going?
Folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings.
I, like, know nothing about this. Ah, you
Black
stop shooting me!
James, who worked in the stable.
I don't know how this game got on my Steam library, but it is, so I figured might as well play it, right? You dodged into that bullet, yeah. It was a power move. It was to show no fear. Oops. So they gave it out for free. Maybe that explains it. Boom. You probably claimed it. Yep, that is totally what I did. Because
Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll.
Boom.
A hell of a lot.
Boom. Boom.
Son of a bitch pretended
Boom.
to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. Force arrest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. He set up a defensive perimeter, which I had no idea how to
Excuse me, you were dead. Thank you. Pop out, pop out. Thank you. Got some ads that Twitch change their rules on ads. 7 of them?
But I was too damn stubborn and stupid
They
to
did.
realize.
If you
thought I
have
was some
3
kinda
minutes of
hero.
ads per hour now, you can get more money. Free to keep. Ooh. Yeah, it's 3 minutes of ads
I
per
finally made
hour.
it past and headed on to meet my destiny.
I set it so that it does it in chunks instead of sporadically. But yeah, it's 3 minutes per hour. And I'm an hour in, so that explains it. Why though? Money. Oh.
But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back.
But if you
So
figure,
my first thought was to enter the nearest
what is it,
mine
like a
portal.
cent?
I saw an entrance.
Not even a cent, like
Made sense.
a fraction of a cent. If you have a big streamer doing that,
It was
like
the quickest way in.
like a
but that also made
Maximilian
it more
or an
dangerous,
XQC, or
as
somebody
there
of
would
that
undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
that caliber, that would add up very quickly. Who is shooting at me?
Besides,
You're dead.
once you enter a mine like that, it's
I've
easy
never
to
tried
get all
running an ad,
turned
so I don't
around.
know.
And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst thing.
Bonk.
Some of those shafts could be as deep as hell.
Ads don't pay that
A
much.
single
Like
stumble
at
or
all.
misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
Hello. Goodbye.
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily
Bits
bushwhacked.
too. Yeah.
I would just need to be
about-
careful not to blow myself to kingdom come. With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at.
Yeah. Having to watch out what I was shooting at was not a good idea.
Surprise!
Can I jump back out? Yeah, let me out.
Show yourself! Damn ears are ringing,
All it takes is one tiny spark, and boom.
Come on, I want to kill them with that.
One
Goodbye.
wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tomb.
That was cool. Run!
I freely admit that my plan of attack was not just moronic, but clearly insane.
Uh-oh.
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it.
What? What's that?
Instead, I spotted a ladder
That was a death?
way into the mine from the opposite side.
Upgrade, let's go. Faster. Ooh, yes, that's what I'd like. Improve damage concentration. Yes, please. Keep climb.
It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time.
Nah,
Of
I
course,
like the other
being
one
I
better.
had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution. Because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder. I was determined not to give up, however. As Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob. And I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water. But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder. I picked the more convenient and more dangerous route.
Joke's on you, game.
I wanted to use the element of surprise. Plus, I figured I could use the exercise. I was warmed up already, so what the hell?
Whoa.
Plummer was a mad dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserved better.
Nevada City? Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there.
Let me up.
What was taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
I want to kill this guy early. Wonder what that actually does. Who needs honor?
Gonna blow you into next week. This day is just getting worse and worse for you.
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was gonna take some doing.
God damn it! I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this cocksucker out!
Who's coming? Thank you. Reload faster.
They're gonna need a dustpan to pick you up! Why don't you just join the circus? I'm so cool!
Come on.
No blood for you!
No.
You can shoot, but can you
Coward.
aim? Show off. You ain't taking me! That one, I'm going full medieval on your ass. Keep pissing me off. See what it gets you.
Got him.
So that's how Henry Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold. And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
Yeah, this game's very snappy. I like it.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hell, he killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
If I finish this game fast enough, I'll probably end the night with some Dead by Daylight. They have an event going on, and I want to play some Michael Myers. Oh, I have to hit a button to start it.
I dodged death many a time.
Oh.
And that night in Abilene was no different.
Keyboard controls are so weird. Dodge didn't do it. Shut up, Jason.
I was there with the intention of finding that bastard
Listen,
Bob and collecting
you can't
the bounty
prove
on
nothing.
John Wesley.
What's that? Why are you glowing? Hello? But clip it if you want. No, no, it's fine. I get it. I suck.
The Texas Rangers got heart.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe.
I get it. I believe you.
It was
Shooting at me.
holding a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres to the very same saloon we're sitting in today.
I get it. I suck. No, wrong button. Where are we going? Wait, am I supposed to go in there?
Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me. And
What? I already went in.
wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By
I
the
love
end, he
how
confessed
this
to
game
taking
is
the
like
lives of 42 men. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang
a dude
of armed
walking into a
miscreants
bar and just
other
telling
assorted thugs.
the craziest of
Men
tales.
set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew. I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcome.
Wah! Look at that. Amazing skill.
Stop that son of a bitch! Let the boys know we got another law dog.
I hear you. Where are you? You're up here somewhere, aren't you? There you are. You suck.
I wondered if Bob was among them.
Where'd we go?
And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better. Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers. Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story. I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
Meant to do that all, yeah. Yep. Who's left?
I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon.
$50 game challenge? Oh my gosh. That's a lot of games. I need some ammo. Excuse me, anybody got some ammunition? What's this?
Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me.
Excuse me, redo.
Watch where you shoot.
In fact, I felt a certain hostility.
That's right. Run!
Uh-uh.
No!
I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John
I'd assume that's
Wesley
what it
were
is.
among the dead. But that was short-lived, as a moment later I was facing down the fastest gun in the West.
That's a lot. But the problem is it would have to
a
be
bolt of adrenaline.
one that we
Maybe
both
that was
watch.
fear.
Or that we all have,
He was
you know?
well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
Crap!
No, wait! He didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
This guy's tough.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless Avenger took his life. Shot him in the back in a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
Yeah, my Steam library is like just shy of 100.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf.
Hero.
Strangely enough,
What about the
revenge
Bloodborne
was also
challenge?
his primary motivation.
I missed a spot that I totally did.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven.
I need to invest in a
Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua
tripod.
Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his
because
tribe
when I
during
play
his
on
daughter's
console, I
secret
can't really
sunrise
use
ceremony.
a cam.
And the slaughter
But my
was unspeakable.
Webcam luckily
I
has a
understood
tripod
his
thing.
anger,
And I
as
just
there's
learned the other day,
nothing more
tripods are
traumatic
actually
than
universal.
Seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death.
So, I want to invest in one of those so that I
Right
can
from the beginning, I couldn't shake the
actually
feeling
use
that
this
Grey Wolf
when I'm
was
streaming
watching my
my
every
console,
move.
because it's too awkward otherwise. Console's being set up. I
He led
understand
a
that.
band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution and were more than willing to die for him. They saw me before I saw them.
Ah! Emulator? Yeah, good luck
It crossed my
emulating
mind that
PS5,
maybe
dude.
This wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting has started, there was no backing
Whoa,
down.
whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down. Whoa. Hello. Goodbye. I hit you in the head! No. This is what I wanted.
It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas. And that's why they had retreated there.
Hello. You die. You die. You die. Thank you.
I admit
Yeah,
to
I'd love
having
to
some
use
regrets
the cam
about
on
going
console,
after
but it's
them.
extremely awkward.
But then again, I got a lot of those.
Oh, hello. You're dead. You're dead.
Fine, Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
Come on. Yeah, I love playing new games. Even if I dislike them, I think that's a great thing with streaming, is I'm documenting me playing games. Typically, I... No. I meant to hit the reload button. I enjoy doing these streams where I play a new game. Like, even if I like it or dislike it. I'm playing something new. Alright.
A deep crevice that led to a deeper cave.
You pounded me
You're dead.
in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness.
New? What's over here? Ah!
I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit, as they had torches on the walls.
Thought I missed one. Ammunition! Where am I supposed to go? Oh, hello.
How big was his cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars. They
Game
thought it
Pass
was
effect?
haunted with the ghosts of
That's a
those
new one, I
murdered by the
assume.
horse soldiers.
That's just having too many games.
Cave was
Games,
haunted with
no idea what
dead
to play.
Indian
Yup.
ghosts?
Whoa! Hey,
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones
I guess that.
than the dead ones.
I would think that's more like a Netflix thing, but it makes sense. Oh, hello. You're dead, and hey, guess what? If I can shoot you, you're dead too.
How come you know so much about engines?
A few years back, I was married to two Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean,
Ammunition.
what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the Cave of Death.
Yeah, I get that sometimes. I get like that a lot. Where, ooh, I can just go in the water, I guess.
I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He
Especially
came
with
to me
streaming, where I'm
unarmed
like, I have no
and
idea what I want to
unafraid.
play.
His voice echoed in the shadows. And
I
sensed
might
he
be
meant
up
me
for it, but I don't know
no
what I
harm.
have.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me. As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I want to play the original after I play all the remakes, you know?
As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until
Really?
the venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
No new game plus. What? Resident Evil 3 knife only is impossible in a couple areas. And you just use the hot dogger, I think it's called.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared.
Darn right.
Like a miracle.
Get rid of me, ammo!
I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering white water river. To get where I was going required several leaps of faith.
Whoa!
No way in hell I was turning back.
Yeah, there is. It's
determined to make him explain the meaning of all
I think
that
they call it
mumbo-jumbo.
low percent or something.
Mumbo-jumbo is
Basically,
right.
you
Are
have to
making this
shoot.
all up as you go?
Who do you have to shoot? You have to shoot Final Nemesis. That is non-negotiable. And the flamethrower one, I believe you have to at least shoot once.
A few details may be
There's a
fuzzy,
couple
brother,
things that you
but
cannot
I am
use.
relating exactly what happened to me.
Damage combos. Okay. Wait, no. There's like 2 or 3 sequences where you cannot pass it knife only. So the category is basically knife only as much as humanly possible.
There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens.
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady.
Okay. I dodged into it! Oh gosh. Inferno was not fun. Excuse me, you're dead. Thank you. Oh, there you are.
I had a steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me. And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
No, wait.
Well, son, there had to be
I wanna
at least
do that
100
again.
Apaches
I
around.
dodged into that one on purpose.
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches
D,
around.
W, S, W, D, W.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who are you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out.
Final Fantasy VII is the
Where
only
were we?
good one.
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
Whoa!
And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before. I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me.
Every time I start using concentration. Ooh. That sounds beneficial. That game looks really
It was
fun.
like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air.
That game does look really, really cool. Yeah, it could be a
Never
fun
did
idea.
find
I don't
him.
want to.
And never
I want to
did
be like,
collect my
here's my name
goddamn
signed up
bounty.
for it, you know? But it does sound cool.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Original gameplay.
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
I'll have to see. But Crisis Core does look cool. Can't just buy $26 games. Why not? You don't have, what is that? Quick match.
Those
Oh wait,
Daltons were
$600.
lawmen
$1,200 to
once,
spare.
Before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory.
Unbelievable, Jason.
Until Coffeeville, of course.
I love those
was one of the
Steam bump
citizens who took up arms that day.
bundles that are like,
Fighting on the side
buy
of
all
the
the
ride.
Call of Duty
I
games
did
for the
my
low
best,
price of
sir.
$1,800. Like, who is buying that? Who is just like, I'm gonna buy all of Call of Duty all at once? Probably impressive. Yeah, that's a good idea.
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob two banks at the same time. Two banks on the same damn street. Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off.
Here we go. Bang.
Before they could
I didn't
get
mean to
away,
click that many
half
times.
the town took up arms to defend their property.
Ammunition! It's on PC? Bang, bang. Okay.
The brothers paid dearly for
Yeah,
their
it is on
stupidity.
PC.
But everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I
actually
read
kinda
all
love
about
to
that day,
do
so
that,
I know
maybe.
for a fact that it went down very differently. First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months. Now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait the son of the bitches out.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. He went in there alone to confront those criminals.
Yeah, I kind of would
Marshal
really like
shouted,
to do that
"Where
at
are
some
you
point.
going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank.
I remember there was somebody in a Discord I was
Then
in.
he figured out how to hit the Daltons
They were
from
like,
the
hey,
direction
I
they
have a
weren't
code for
expecting.
this. And I was like, oh, cool. And I tried it. It was like a US code. Of course.
From above. Fortunately, a water tower was right there. A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did.
Ha 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 ha.
It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
Jump! Made it. Crisp. High five. That probably didn't even come through. That's okay.
We've got company.
And shoot you in the face, shoot you in the face, shoot you in the face.
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free.
Is that Silas Greaves?
Jim
Son
Boone,
of a
David
bitch!
Crockett, who died defending the Alamo.
No. Stupid quick time events.
That's Silas Greaves. What the hell?
Blam! He came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons. His name was Silas Greaves, and when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Isn't that the protagonist's name?
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened. It was early evening, not high noon. The Daltons blew up a safe, and were all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies. I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeeville. Hey, those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions.
Friendly? You're friendly.
I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. The problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout at the time.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons. And they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, because those 2 families have been feuding forever.
Dang. Oops.
And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers,
Who's
daughter
up here?
recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeeville that day. The Dalton boys knew I would never give up.
Ooh, that's cool. Wait, so what did I just get?
Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together.
Range, recoil, damage, aims. Yeah. Give me that.
They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least 2 of them to escape. The 3rd brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
Uh-oh. Ah! Ah! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Please, no! Crap. I have motivation to stream. Uh-oh. Oh! Run. Oh. I'm running in. Instead of every 6 months. Hey. I've been consistent this year. 2022 has been my greatest streaming year yet. Okay. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, this works. This looks like an arena.
The youngest. And he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is where it is for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. And I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
Mercy.
I'm gonna plant you where you stand.
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeeville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him? But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
get those suckers.
It took me a couple of days to track the
Right.
Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track them to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks. It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood.
This is so cool.
The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Bury them in the swamp.
Deep. No.
Except for some son bitches ahead of me wanted to do me harm, so I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends. The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
There we go. This one apparently has more. Wait a minute. What's the what is the benefits of this again? Damage and aim speed. Makes sense. I was more focused on what the gun could do. Come on. No, no, no. Dang. Boom. Their one is interesting. Oh, hey, that's another game I need to get to. So, fun fact about that, actually, he went on for a huge discount at my work one day,
Reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
so I
Point
bought it
being,
for
I
like
was
20
under
bucks, the
serious
collector's
attack.
edition. Shooting at me? Who is shooting at me? free if you upgrade. Oh yeah. Cool. Hello.
But look, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view.
When I went to play on my PS4, it actually crashed my system. Like, it made it overheat and shut off.
But
it was so
just
upsetting.
ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running through the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was.
Who is snoring in my ear?
Steve! Steve!
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
There were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
Oh, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So,
Ammunition?
where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a
What's
brother
that?
is a very sacred
I
thing.
only really know
It's
that
a
acronym
bond
as
like
Magic the
no
Gathering.
other.
And if that is it, I didn't know it had a Super Nintendo game. Am I dropping frames? Does it look... Doesn't look like I'm dropping frames, but at the same time, when I look over, it looks like it is. Hey, Rewinder, how's it going? Probably getting too much FPS. It's possible, because right now it's sitting at about 250. It's where it's sitting, but when I look over at OBS, it looks so bad.
Bounty hunters!
Uh-oh.
Stop that, son bitch!
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet. But I
Jason,
did find a
I
few
don't know
of
how
their
to do
cousins.
that. How's it going? You know, I'm
Kansans
just
breed like rabbits.
on a murderous
Or
rampage.
Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows
Uh-oh.
what.
Bounty hunters! Stop
Game
that,
settings.
son
Yes. D. Okay. Desync on. Where are we going? Where are we going? On. Okay. Ah! Where's my game? There it is. Much better. Whoa. I wonder who that could be. Hello, the Spice Lord. Welcome on in. Sorry about that very disruptive stream. It's fine. Oh gosh. Not yet.
But hell,
Yeah, this
what's
looks
more
far better.
important than family? I'll bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
PC in 97. Okay, that makes more sense. Stop shooting me! Oh, it blew me up. It blew me up. Fair.
Bounty hunters! Stop
Okay.
that, son bitch!
Yes. This is it. Bang. Bang. Potato. I don't know why. See if you can down pat. Clutch. Always. Oh, stop shooting at me, you jerks. I will shoot you. Wonder who it is. Yeah, right? Welcome on in. No, I'm gonna shoot you. You're dead. Meat. See? Shot him. I missed a couple times, but... Got him. Now, fully upgraded. I don't know if this does anything good for me, but it makes me feel better.
Bury him in the swamp.
A screen tearing. If you have it off, it can. But the trade-off is, you just... That dude just walked right through a wall. Like it was nothing.
You're a dead man.
And yeah. One. Over here. Dynamite. Put down my daylight for you. What do you mean? I already have it. Crap. Yeah, if you shut off screen tearing, it can cause that. And I'd be playing Killer, because I don't like playing Survivor that much. Crap. Excuse me. Crap, crap. Da 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 da. Got like a Terminator going in here. What is this? What is this? Aim? Aim? This is Call of Juarez, Gunslinger. I didn't know how I got it in my library, but good old Jason here was like, hey, it was free at some point. So I'm pretty sure that's when I would have gotten it. Because I like free games. Yeah, I'm getting the rifle out. Nice. We got 4. Oh no! Take that, Adam. You got less than you. With your sleeves.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them. And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps?
Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
I don't even know when you guys get back here.
Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat.
Didn't run
with a
it.
goddamn army on board. It was in that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high. And those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
And it's over. That means that everybody should be back, so welcome on back, everybody. I appreciate you all giving me money. Of your own will. No. No. Yeah, we're together. No, that's not a revolver. Yeah, I don't even remember what the question was. 20 cents. Dude, if I made 20 cents off of that, I would run ads all the time. I have no shame in that. I would fully run this like as it's a full-on TV production. And you're dead, and you're dead. Because if you think about it, it's 8 minutes per half hour, 16 minutes, and...
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am. I set out to do something.
I feel like I'm one of those people who play a racing game.
Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn.
Where I'm like dodging with it. You know, when your stream's in sync. We have numbers here. True. Ooh. Right. Ow. Ow. GG. Yeah, nice follower emo. It didn't even pop up that you followed. Weird. Wait on this. You said 7. Specifically, I went into the settings and I was like, if it's Adam 64564, give him 7 ads.
Right about then, much to
Can you
my
even
relief,
get Twitch Turbo
the
anymore? I haven't
vigilantes
seen that in
finally
ages.
arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit. But it turned out that they had me.
Take him out!
You enjoyed my DVD clips. They have been pretty fun. Trevor's still around. So, that makes sense.
The Daltons had played me like a fiddle. Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive.
Yeah,
But
the clips have been pretty good.
out of a burning labyrinth
Jump!
proved to be quite a challenge.
Jump!
It was a riverboat, right? I mean,
Duck!
it's not like
Duck!
it was a
Duck!
goddamn ocean
Sprint!
liner.
Sprint!
Well,
Jump!
yeah, but I
Jump!
was in a fight.
What is that? Mega Man 8?
We're talking about the
Skateboard
Titanic.
section or something. Jump in the water. Isn't that water? That's...
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it?
That's better. Yeah.
Took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my
Run!
recollection.
Why am I moving so slow?
But
Stop moving slow.
somehow I managed to finally disembark. It was time to settle this once and for all.
That's how you get kills, right? Right. Let's go.
Bob and Grat weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together. Two brothers side by side, determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
That's lame. Dishonorable! Let's go!
They got it wrong.
Yes!
A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later. He moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the
Worth it. That was so worth it.
My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told. It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us. It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me, until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch. I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains.
To be fair, RPGs
led
are
by
long.
Butch Cassidy. They were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant. They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop.
No.
Well, I assumed the Wild Bunch was likely in the still intact part of the train high above.
Yeah, because that's like a 30-hour RPG, which is fine. But if it's like 100 hours, it's like, come on. Ah, run!
Ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge.
Well, I made my way off unscathed. I came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them.
Whoa.
From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route. But first, I would need to get my ass out of there.
Okay. Keep them. You get points now. Okay. Oh, we need to upgrade stuff. Long distance. Let's see. Turbo mode is smart. What is that emote? I love it. I feel like that's a distortion emote, isn't it? It's just straying away from the story. What? Oh gosh.
I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I had found the gang.
That's
but in order to find old Bob,
7 Ray
I needed
D,
to
right?
find my way forward past a whole passel of
7 Ray D,
desperados.
yeah. That emote's awesome.
Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
Sorry, pal.
I will kill
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
Bonk. Yeah, that emote's incredible.
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death. Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway. So I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could.
You can't hide from me.
Oh, it's not like Uncharted. I'm just stupid.
At times it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back.
Bungee suits. Like that emote. Alright. Looking forward to Cuphead DLC. It does look pretty cool. I'm not super sold on Cuphead, but I do want to play the main game at some point. I just don't know when.
I kept
like
hoping the law would show up and give me a
You mean
hand.
like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in? Guns
They did,
ablazing
yeah.
to
Well,
help?
they didn't remove it. The guy whose face it is, he changed it to a sub emote. I forget what his name is, but he made it so that instead of it being a global emote, you have to subscribe to him to get the emote. It's still up. You just have to be subscribed. Crap. On stream now. Oh boy.
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my lonesome, as usual.
Who the hell is that? Got cover! Retreat! Retreat! He's killing everybody!
Oh crap! Oh man, that should have counted. Get him. Excuse me, I can't see past that. Thanks, thanks, thanks. No, I keep missing. You are dead. Looks like he's gonna. And let's go. Bonk. You're dead. You're dead, and you're dead. You get a bullet shot to the face. You get a shot to the face, and you get it.
My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they?
Ooh, I like this gun.
Only a few stragglers were left. I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail.
Cheap 2 skulls. Cheap! Sold.
once I
Together
silenced
sucks,
all
that
those
sucks.
guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to
Watch it be
finally
double
have
the
my
price.
justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nosed Curry.
Who was he?
The fastest gun in the gang.
Uh-oh.
Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that.
Dishonorable, you did!
On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for
Its own
South
game, that's
America. They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that.
It's a good question. I do not know.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared.
Yes, that is something that I like.
Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
Love to see. I'm not signed up for sure, but I'm a maybe.
That Kid Curry's kind of crazy, ain't he? Don't let him hear you saying that.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado. Being outnumbered, I didn't bother with a warning shot. I just started taking those bastards down. Old Bob wasn't among them. Neither was Kid Curry.
Excuse
I
me,
could
where?
sense him close by, however. Plotting something nasty.
Who is?
Just
Oh,
needed
he's up there.
clues to their whereabouts.
He hit the wrong button. So this time I'm gonna shoot him first. I'm gonna shoot you, then you. You. Pop out, coward! There's a guy hiding behind a rock, I realize that.
It's you or me.
Old Bob wasn't among them, and neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts.
Oh, I do have these. Nice. Thomas was alone. Let's go. Like Elden Ring, dude. That would probably take me far longer than Scythe did. Than it took Scythe, rather. He's actually good at those games.
A map with their
It took him like
bold plan
25
clearly marked.
streams.
This time they were fixing to blow
What
up
is
a
this?
train trestle.
So,
Property of the Union Pacific.
you need to ask him if he checked how many hours he had logged at the time.
The plan clearly indicated how
They
they
beat
were
it in a
fixing
day,
to
yeah.
undermine several of the weakest wooden supports.
Whoa!
Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the Wild Bunch. It was said that he fathered 85 bastard children, though some say it was only 5.
Yeah, but I ain't getting that. At least not until I jumped. I want
Kid
their
Curry
classic
had bragged
catalog to
a
be
whore how he was
updated.
going to rob a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore,
Their
Fat
classics are
Sally,
what-
she told me.
Appeals to me the most because, like, if they can get the original Silent Hills accessible and running
The
good,
bridge was rigged
like
with
I can
dynamite,
download them and I don't have
so
to
I
stream
decided
them.
I'd best
I
be
love
careful
that so much.
confronting
Even the
those
HD
bastards.
collection. I'm kind of desperate at this point. There's so
A
many
moment
games that I
later,
want
I
to play.
saw a ladder that somehow
The
had
classic
escaped my
ones.
attention.
Don't you blow us up now. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
See? One wrong shot, and they never would have found all the pieces of me.
Getting that. That's where you get the extra platinum.
Don't
Yeah,
you blow us up now.
the
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
classic catalog is what intrigues me the most. The modern games, not so much, because I'm really OCD about owning stuff, but a lot of the classic games, it's like just far too expensive to actually buy.
What the hell?
But the Wild Bunch did not take kindly to my presence.
Like,
and
for
attempted
example,
to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks. Guess there's always desperate men willing to trade their lives for stolen treasure.
What happened next?
Like Silent
Well,
Hill, I'll
having
use an
removed
example. The
first
original
one
games
with
were
dynamite.
like
I decided I might as well
expensive,
remove the other
like
one.
$100 each. Like, I don't want to spend
Once
that.
that was done, I figured I'd
I want to
find
play
my
them, and
way
I know they're
from
probably
there.
on PS3. Okay, cool. And the original Resident Evils, I have 2 and 3. Who's left? I'm invincible. Nope, 3. Okay. Oops. I disagree with that notion.
So, what happened then?
Had to remove
Yeah,
more
there's
of
a
that
lot of
damn
classic games that
dynamite.
I'd love to play. Exactly. Only I'm allowed the advantage.
Trying to make your way across.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope.
Made the jump. What do you mean? Which one is that? Am I stupid? I don't remember which one that is. Is that Chain of Memories, do you mean? You die, please, thank you.
So that
The card one,
was
yes,
the
yes, yes. No,
Funny
I
you
do
should
not like
mention
that
that,
game.
darling. As actually, there was a fourth charge impeding my progress. Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear.
Oh, crap.
So I proceeded onward and realized that that way just wasn't going to work. I needed an alternate path forward. Of course, I had to tread carefully. Otherwise, I could, well, die.
Yes, yes it did. Because I want those extra points to level up. Why is there barricades everywhere except for the one area where I'm like, turn my back here. Oh, I didn't watch that. I meant to and I forgot. I'm sorry. There's gotta be a collectible, right?
Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my way back to the bridge, I saw something that concerned me.
Wait a minute. Because, yeah, there's like a whole area.
It was a long burning fuse, and it was moving fast as hell. I had to catch it.
Excuse me? What do you mean catch it?
The burning fuse was so damn quick, I had to run like the wind. I almost had it, but no. Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. My heart was pounding like a sledgehammer. I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment. Whew. Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today.
There's a barrel. Smash, really?
Naturally, I removed the last dynamite charge.
Well, it was a touching reunion.
But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass as I was not a young man anymore.
Well, Disney's smart. They know how to make money. What's that? It's just a reflection. I want to go this way. Can I actually? Oh, straying away. For so long. Oh, why are you doing this? Yes.
Finally, I found those boys. Or more precisely, they found me.
He's crazy. Sorry, ass me. Nuttier than a damn fruit.
Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded.
I remember this part. Oh, that's not good because you said you remember hard parts. It's okay, I'm playing on normal. You have unspent skill points. What? Let's go. Smashing and hearing about to care smasher. Huh. My cat kind of knocked my green screen, and shockingly it didn't break. I'm coming to get ya. Are you supposed to be a sheriff or a gang member? I'm supposed to be the best gunman in the West. I don't know. Probably should know, but I don't. It's like a...
I hope you understand how badly my adventure might have ended had I not been as careful as hell.
What are you, Yella? You can't beat me. Are you kidding me? It's not fair.
Job at him.
Hold it off while I reload. That smells like a killing. Get out of here, you coward! Shit! You know who I am? Damn! Damn it, I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this sumbitch out! Who the hell?
Oh yeah, now I can reload faster by mashing.
You yellow bastard! This is the last mistake you'll ever make! You can't beat me! Enough!
He most definitely didn't shoot me. That's stupid.
Am I out of bullets already? Get out of here! You know who I am? Stupid contraption!
Oh.
I think he's
I see.
scared. That smells like a killing. Come on, come on, come on!
Is that not the way? Crap. Okay.
The last mistake you'll ever
There?
make. You can't beat me! Ah! God damn it, I need some help here! Come on, boys! Make this something good, please! Time for you to lay down and die!
Consider running back to get more dynamite. Never! Don't need that.
Show yourself, you coward!
Did I, like, stub my toe?
Do you know who I am? You can't beat me! Time for you to lay down and die! Shit!
He was blown up. Alright, dude, gotta go. See you later. Well, thanks for hanging out, Rewinder. Have a good one. Hopefully OBS works better for you next time. Making this harder for no reason. Really? Is it really that easy? It's stupid. So wait, what, am I supposed to, like...
Are you kidding me? It's not fair. I think he's scared. Ah, damn it, I need some help here. Come on, boys. Take this sumbitch out. This is your last mistake you'll ever make. Stupid contraption. You can't beat me. Yeah. Guess you had enough, huh? Damn! Beat fat bastard! Give me a hand here, goddammit! Like this crap. Move it, boys!
You're gonna bleed!
Else I can kill you. Are you kidding me?
Eventually, I brought that tunnel down.
That was stupid.
That's
Thanks,
when
though,
I met
Jason.
Kid Curry
But have a
himself.
good one, Rewinder. I
He
think
had
I said it.
decided to
Thanks for
stop
hanging out.
pussyfooting around and deal with me personally.
Oh! I was not expecting this crap. It's not, buddy. As soon as I get heartbeats, I am shooting you. Oh! Crap. I didn't realize it was a duel. Come on, mouse! Let's go. Oh, let's go. Come on! Who designed this stupid guy? I'm shooting you!
As fast as he was,
Thought it was obvious? No, dude.
I was just a bit faster. And as he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me. Is that what this is about? Bob went with Butch and Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him.
Uh-oh.
Those were his last
No,
words.
that could be cool.
So, Bob Bryant got away?
I knew I'd never find him in South America.
What about the other killer?
Yeah, you kind of glossed over that one.
Well, I found Jim not long after my showdown with Ringo. At the time, he was riding with the James Younger gang. Did I neglect to mention that?
Especially if you're staying honorable. Me? Honorable? I tried to at the beginning, but now...
Jesse James? The greatest outlaw who ever lived?
Jesse and his kin rode with Quantrill when he raided Lawrence, Kansas, and killed near 200 people, boy.
Boy.
Nothing great about that.
And from there, him and his brother went on to rob banks and trains from Kansas to Missouri.
Which is why there was such a rich bounty on their heads. 40 grand for both of them, dead or alive. That's one hell of a payday.
Is that what hard mode is? Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You're doing this.
I confronted them as they were robbing a train. Bullets were flying at me from every which way. But I knew I'd have to find my way forward if I was gonna find this Jim.
Wait a second. Now, how'd they stop this train in the first place?
Well, the James boys were
that doesn't
experts
shock me.
at this. They hopped a freight train having heard there was a big payroll in the express safe. So, I hopped the same train.
Oh. No, do it. I want to get that quick time event. It's really satisfying to get those quick time events down. Just sucks because I'm never expecting them and I'm always holding W.
The James Younger gang was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota. So Jesse needed more men and took on the killer I was after, along with a host of others. I was hoping to find my man and put a bullet in his head. Climbing around that train, I must have swallowed 100 damn bugs before I reached
James
that...
Younger gang pulled the first train robbery west of the Mississippi.
Sounds like you hold them in high regard.
Everyone knows they were the most famous outlaw gang ever.
And you took them all on by your lonesome. Again. I'm finding this all a little hard to swallow, friend.
Well, maybe you need to wash it down with some whiskey. By the way, did I mention that that train was flying down those tracks like a bat out of hell?
Yeah, that was too close. Makes sense. Whoa. Oh, that's...
Anyway, excuse me, Ben. Where would I find the gentleman's facilities? Suddenly I have an urgent need to drain my one-eyed snake. Well, I've had more than a few drinks, and I've been sitting here for quite a spell.
Right through there. Let me show
I've
you.
never heard so much malarkey in my life.
You think he's bullshitting us?
You don't think he's Silas Greaves?
I think he's just some old drunk looking for some free liquor.
I don't know, Jack. I think I believe him. You don't think he met Jesse James?
I want to say like a Call
story
of
makes no
Duty.
sense at all.
Jack.
I mean, you gotta be 2 bricks short of a load to believe that cock and bull story.
Maybe
I don't
Call of Duty
agree.
2.
Jack,
I feel like
lay
that
off
one had
You
that.
seriously think that tired old man went toe-to-toe with Jesse James?
Well, that's better. Did I mention that this Jim was married to the infamous Belle Starr? Of course, I didn't learn that until later. Anyway, I made my way forward the best I could. Around the sides, over the roof. At some point, some bitch saw me and shouted out, "It's a damn Pinkertons!"
It's a damn Pinkerton!
Now, I never worked for that limey cocksucker, but I guess they assumed I was one of his assassins.
Yeah, I'm not positive. I just,
Bastards firebombed
what I
Jesse's
was
mother's house and
thinking.
killed his stepbrother.
but
So it's no wonder each and every asshole on that train wanted me dead.
Everybody's always mistaking you for somebody else, aren't they? Why is that, I wonder?
Don't rightly know, Jack. I'm just telling you how I remember.
I bet you are.
whoa. First, it could have been, yeah. Could be cut for all. Yeah, I don't know which one it was for sure. Yeah, whatever game it was definitely changed the game.
I came across a flat car piled high with logs and had to come up with a creative way to make my way forward.
That's not the solution? Okay, I'm intrigued. Oh. I was just looking at the wrong area.
I wondered if I was ever going to find the front of that train. Or the bastard I was after. Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Yeah, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet or dynamite.
Where would you find dynamite?
Does it really matter, Jack? You're messing with the flow of the story here.
I shot him. I disagree entirely with that. just gonna go for the long range option.
Right
Because
about
dynamite's
then, I was
stupid.
attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
What killed me? I'm getting bored of being
Right
shot
about then, I was attacked by some
with
asshole
tedious
on a Gatling gun.
moments like
Seems
this.
like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet or dynamite.
The entire game's been really snappy, and now here it's like wait, and then you have to move in between when it
Right
wants
about
to.
then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Yeah, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet or dynamite.
Where would you find dynamite?
Does it really matter, Jack? You're messing with the flow of the story here.
I'm not a fan of everybody having a Gatling gun. But no, the game's fun. I'm just not a fan of being forced to, like, stop moving or stop progressing as fast as I want to.
I was looking for Jim and shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way. And that included Jesse James himself.
What's this?
There sure were a lot of men determined to die that day.
I thought I shot him. There. Oh, hello. I think so, yeah. It's a horror game, if I'm not mistaken. Unless I'm thinking of another one. That might be the one I'm thinking of as well. Yeah, I think I've seen people playing that. It never really interested me from what I saw, but...
It was then that Jesse detached the express car from the rest of the damn train. could see Jesse waiting for me, fixing to kill me so
Very
he could
unfair.
get away with all that money.
Run through the fire.
You had a showdown with Jesse James?
Of course he didn't. Everybody knows that Jesse was killed by Bob Ford.
Yeah. Jesse went out like John Wesley Hardin. Coward shot him in the back of the head.
Guess it doesn't matter how far you run, does it, Ben? Your past always catches up with you. Yeah, I didn't kill Jesse James. Just wounded him bad enough to convince him to hang up his guns.
What about that Jim fella? What happened to him?
I figure he was up front with a gun to the engineer's head. That bastard slipped away again. I'll tell you how I got him. But first I need to wet my whistle.
Oh, the phone's fully charged. Nice. That's what I like to see.
After my showdown with Jesse, I continued to track his brother, Frank, and that sumbitch Jim. I followed those bastards into the high mountains as they were going to ground.
What mountains would that be?
Somewhere in the Ozarks, I believe. The perfect place to hide out from the authorities. In fact, before I could find them, some Indians who fled the Reds and were hiding out from the military found me first. They probably thought I was a cavalry scout and didn't want me telling the military
I
where
thought
they
you meant
were.
aim down sights.
They could have been Cheyenne, but there was all sorts of renegades roaming the landscape back then.
I'm sorry, Adam. I don't make the rules.
How about another whiskey, Ben? Nothing better to soothe the troubled soul.
Oh, when I did that, I was checking to see how many missions I had left. I have 2 left. And then an epilogue. I don't know how long that would be.
Now, where was I?
There is an add button, but I
had more than
rarely
my
ever
share of
used
run-ins
it.
with the red man. Like
Excuse
that
me?
time. Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir. You did.
Ah, of course I did. In fact, I could still remember that old medicine man's words to me.
Jesus Christ, we're back to that again.
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul.
Please stop shooting
You
me.
will come to this place again and kill many more men.
Headshot. Oh. Headshot. Where are you guys at? There you go. There you go. Hey.
And the darkness will grow until it consumes everything you are.
What's going on? Excuse me. There you go. Wrong button. I was hitting E.
Like that time. Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir. Did.
Of course I did. In fact, I can still remember that old medicine man's words to me.
Jesus Christ, we're back to that again.
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul. You will come to this place again.
I've been getting a lot of
men.
Prime ads lately, like, watch The Boys, but because it's Canadian, I get them in French sometimes, which is kind of funny. It's like, I have no idea what they're talking about. You speak French that fluently? I had up to, like, the mandatory level, but that was it.
The darkness will grow until it consumes everything you are.
The headshots in this game are so weird.
The man you are after.
Let me ask you something, Ben.
Wow,
You
I didn't
ever
mean to
think
do it.
about death?
Mr. Graves, are you all right?
Yeah, I get a lot of the Twitch, or sorry, Amazon Prime ads being like, watch The Boys, or Man in the High Castle was a couple years ago, or what was the other one? Upload. It's all their Amazon Prime exclusive shows. That's typically what I get. Although lately I've been getting Paramount Plus ones for that TV show Players, which looks
Won't
really
you spare me over to another year?
It looks like
What is
really bad.
that I can see with ice cold hands?
It's about a professional League of Legends player who loses it and then has to... Why can't I run? Who has to get it all back? I think his name's Cheesecake or something. I don't know. It looks really stupid. This Prime Video ad? Ooh, that's awesome.
Would pray, could you wait to call me another day?
The reason I started watching Mr. Robot was because of a commercial. But it was for another service. But the service went down.
Reed. Did you ever find it?
Reed was indeed that son of a bitch's surname. That's right.
It's called
Ben.
Show Me. It
A
went
despicable
under
character. I remember him laughing
after like a year or
hyena
two.
that cold morning they
But
lynched
their
me and
big
my
selling
brothers.
feature was Mr. Robot, and that's what
He
got
was
me into
intent
it.
on avoiding
We got the
my
free
vengeance,
month, and
but nothing was gonna
yes,
stop
it does.
me.
I love it. I have all
Nothing.
4 seasons right there. That guy looks like the dude from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first one.
I finally did track those outlaws down. They had long rifles with scopes and were well positioned to pick off any poor soul who came anywhere close.
Uh-oh. You're scaring me. Ow! Adam, I don't know if it's for TV shows, but there's a site called Just Watch. I'll look it up real quick. It's called Just Watch, and it tells you where things are streaming. JustWatch.com. I believe it's .com. So if I close it, that 70s show, yeah, show 1998. Can I see? Stream. It's not available for streaming. Wow. Sounds not legal. Doesn't Google do that too? Yeah, but it's more convenient to do this here instead of it being like, what's it called? No, it's not to watch the show. It's to tell you where it's streamed. Because, at least for Canada, it's so annoying to be like, is this on blank website? Like, is Spider-Man on Netflix? Like, yes, it is in the States, but if you were a Canadian, nope. Is it .com? Yeah. Just Google the word "just watch" and then follow it from there. I only found out about it a couple months ago. It's great. I agree. I used a VPN to watch that, or use that service. Like, it has a good selection, it just sucks. It crashes, like... I tried to sign up for it and use a PayPal to watch something. Was it wrestling? There was something on it, on the middle tier.
I'm guessing Frank James believed I was responsible for the demise of his brother Jesse.
And...
I couldn't really disagree with the man, as I thought Jesse was dead then as well.
Anyways, I was trying to pay for it.
I closed in on him,
and it wouldn't let me. Like, why? I'm trying to give you money, and it kept giving me service errors. Okay, does VPN work for everyone? What do you mean? Yeah, I think you're right about it being owned by them. I know where you actually are.
Well,
you're right, they should.
I can't fault Frank for wanting his revenge, as I was there for the same damn reason myself. At this point, I'm guessing you think Silas Greaves is a worse murderer than Jim Reed ever was.
No, sir.
A man who spent half his life killing somebody's brothers, fathers, sons.
They should know, but
for justice, sir.
Is that what I was looking for, Dwight?
I don't fully know.
Is that what it was? Justice.
How it works, but no, it pings off of something else. It is fun. There's been times where, like, I think it was the CW website, because I wanted to catch a latest Superman episode. So I'll use a VPN. Or sorry, I'll go to the CW website. It's like, sorry, this is not available in your area. Okay, cool. Use the VPN. Welcome on in! Like, just instantly. I love there's a meme of, like, when... what's it called? Your ISP when you use a VPN, it's just you going around, it's like, wow, what's he doing? Way to be banned, so I won't do that. But it's not. That is like one of, oh crap. That is one of the marketed things that they tell you. Like whenever I'm watching a YouTube video and it's like, hey, use my code to get NordVPN for cheap.
Right. I finally found Frank holed up in his mountain cabin, and he was.
And then you can watch
determined to have me
Netflix
dead.
for different countries and stuff. It's like,
It was a pitched battle that could have gone
that is
either way.
part of their marketing.
Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
Dynamite. On your
The reason
person.
they do that
A
is
few
because of
sticks, just in case. It's
licensing.
always good to be prepared.
Right.
But if you have a VPN,
I'm just laying out the facts as I remember them, Jack.
VPNs. I don't, because at the end of the day, they get their payment and everything as long as they have their payments. Oh, are we doing this again?
that bastard dead!
Is it? It's never been something that interested me.
That old shack? Well, it went tumbling right off that cliff.
With Frank James still in it?
Yes, sir.
But Frank James is still alive, living in Missouri, showing folks around the family farm for 25 cents a tour.
I didn't say he died in the fall, now did I? I'm done with this damnable outlaw life! Kill me, don't kill me, do what you will! At this point, I just don't give a shit! I explained to Frank that I had nothing against him personally and that I was looking for someone else. You want Reed? Have at him! I never did like that bastard! I am done here! We parted in peace as Frank pointed out the path to my prey before making his way back down the hill.
Yeah. VPNs are cool. I don't fully know how they work, but they're cool.
So what happened with Reed?
Well, I finally found the last of the gang hiding in a nearby cave.
No, it shouldn't.
First, I had to dispatch the lookout.
Because why would they? They want your money, right? Even if you're not using it, they get paid.
Escape my revenge again.
If anything, that's ideal for them, because then you don't cost anything for their servers.
Rather than wander in,
There's no reason for you to pay.
I decided it would be better to smoke that son of a bitch out. Hey, Reed!
But no.
I shouted.
They want the
wonder
money.
You're so ornery.
Unless your
Can't be
card
easy
gets
being
canceled, but
married
even
to
then they'd want
Beryl
you to come.
Star. While
don't even
you're
have to
off
be
providing
friends.
for the
I
family,
should try that.
she's spreading her legs for every Tom, Dick, and Cole Younger. Not an attractive woman exactly, but very friendly. At least she was to me.
Dang.
Son of a bitch!
Those were the days.
It was then that the last bunch of bandits jumped out of hiding.
Why won't this asshole give up? Would someone please kill him?
Okay, I'm giving up with the headshots now. Why? Stop dodging me. I'm trying to shoot you. Okay. Try again. Yeah. Oh. What kind of an upgrade do you got for me? That's cool. Nice.
That's a good day to die.
Eventually, it was just
Yeah,
me and Reed.
I've never not used Netflix for an
I
extended
had
period of
waited
time.
a long time to face him down, so I could repay him for what he did to my brothers. And repay him I did.
News to me.
Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm pretty beat.
Well, It's too damn bad you never found that Bob character. Seems a shame you never had to pay.
Well, funny thing about that, I did have one more chance at him. Six months ago, I heard that Butch and Sundance were back in the States and had gathered up some of their old gang. I tracked them down, hoping that Roscoe Bob Bryant had returned with them.
So you're saying they didn't die down in Bolivia?
That's what I'm saying.
I think you're near the end of the game. Cool! I think I want to play a couple of Dead by Daylight games too.
40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers. Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now.
Excuse me, just shoot me.
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob,
Can you just end it? I want to get that quick time down.
To escape my vengeance time and time again.
Looks redoing. Nice. Yes.
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Bryant, that son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years. By now, he had to be close to 70.
But for all you know, he could have been dead.
That thought had indeed crossed my mind, as did others. For instance, did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was after? By this point in my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had. I was furious as hell at that bastard for making me who I am. Nothing could stop me from taking his life. I'd been after that killer forever. From the time I rode with Billy the Kid. But that chapter of my story you already know.
Chapter of that fairy tale, you mean?
Suddenly, it was 1910. There I was, an old man roaming a ghost town dead almost 2 decades. The town was falling apart, just like me.
Yeah, they have. It makes sense when you consider the production value on something like the newest Stranger Things, but at this point it's becoming so expensive, dude. Like if you watch Stranger Things, the newest season, it just bleeds budget. Like you can, like, it oozes right off the screen how much money that cost them. Super stupid. Problem with that though is their original stuff's like what? Okay. Their original stuff is like some of my favorite things that they do. It's all mediocre. I disagree on that.
But I wasn't about to call it quits. Even though the ghosts of my dead brothers were begging me to end what I started so long ago.
Mr. Graves, are you all right? Would you like some water?
The Wild Bunch knew I was there. They were after a treasure they had hidden before they fled, buried in the grave of a dead amigo. Some folks think the town is haunted, so they figured there wouldn't be many people poking around. I intended to fill that grave with Bob Bryant's corpse. But like I said, the bandits knew I was on to them. They lured me in and hit me with everything they had.
Yeah, I agree with stuff like that. The problem is... The problem with that, unfortunately, is that they always write, like, terms and condition are subject to change. Stupid thing. Whoa. Sign off on, basically.
But you obviously prevailed since you said yes.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
Really? Yeah, there's a lot of things that I like that they have. Other things that are annoying. See, what's funny is we don't even get Hulu over here. You just have Disney Plus, and they get all the Hulu stuff. And I would argue, of all the streaming services, Disney Plus is probably the best in terms of value.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack.
Are they actually?
Because when I woke up...
From the dead?
There was silence all around me. I could swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy, the kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop. Here, there, even over there.
So I am right. You are titched in the head.
Mr. Greaves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
Cool.
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer. Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns a-blazing. But I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition.
I know one of the things on Netflix that I tried to watch but I couldn't get into it was the Godzilla animated movies. I just really didn't like them.
Plummer throw dynamite at me.
Yeah, I tried to get into them, but I couldn't. Because
gates of the cemetery,
it was one of those things where I
John
understand
Wesley
pacing and stuff makes sense.
just like I remember.
So with the live-action Godzilla movies, again, it's like, oh, you want to conserve money and then have a big finale. Sure, makes sense. You can work with that. So if you have a very slow-paced movie that's live-action Godzilla, it makes sense. I get it. Because you're saving it for the final act. Problem with that is when it's animated, theoretically you should have just like full-on Godzilla. The greatest thing ever.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious,
But
John Peters Ringo, they
no.
all wanted me dead.
It's not what you got. You got another slow-paced thing. It was so frustrating. Is that another Gatling gun?
The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
No, stop shooting at me. Give me a watch party. Oh boy.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
I'll have you know, I watched Death Note and loved it, and then I loved the live-action movie.
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed, each one deader than the next. I thought I would go crazy. Thought? Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sundance Kid?
Like a general leading his Legion of the Dead.
You told us before that you see alive.
He was alive.
I'm so dead. Yeah. This part was annoying on hard. Dude, I bet. I have an idea though. Yeah! I can't see! Ooh, I guessed right.
Then I heard a voice call to me from afar. It was Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you. You won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked them about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life?
You frittered it all away, Butch. Eda's mine. And so is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question, but those boys didn't give me much of a choice. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6 months ago.
What's that, Cheese? What's that? What's that? Huh? Huh? You didn't believe me? Didn't believe in my skill?
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
So, you never found Bob?
There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
That Bob is in the bar.
Is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Well, not the whole time.
Oh man, I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay. You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I've changed my ways, I swear to you. If I could turn back the clock,
But you can't, Bob.
Revenge.
Why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
Here. I won't have it said that I left you with nothing.
That's how you want it? So be it.
Holy shit!
Right, Molly, move against that wall. Go!
This is far more difficult than it needs to be.
Oh my god! Oh Jesus!
Did you know it was him all along?
Cassidy told me Bob was in Abilene before he died. But I wasn't sure Ben was my man until he revealed how much he knew about Ringo and Reed. The coin, of course. Well, that was the last nail in that particular coffin.
I better go get the sheriff.
You okay, boy? You're looking mighty shook up.
Dwight, maybe you best go home. Young Eisenhower here is leaving for West Point tomorrow. He shouldn't get caught up in something like this.
I think I might head out myself at this juncture. Unless you want to stop me, Jack.
No, sir, Mr. Greaves.
So where you going now? Now that you had your revenge?
Doesn't really matter, does it? As I've sold my soul for it, and will never again walk with those I have lost.
Shut up, you stupid DMCA song. New Game Plus now available with all unlocked skills and weapons. Yay! Can I chapter select? Story. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Recollections. No, can I just like click continue? See, that probably makes sense. You, like, really have to move your mouse into this, man. Come on. Come on. Total score is 0. What's the speedrun for this game? I don't know. Uh-oh. Come on, arm. Show that. Don't show that. No, no! Get out of here. Give me a minute, guys. See if it works. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. No. Play game. Story. Continue.
Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm pretty beat.
Well...
No, I don't want to replay this.
I waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers. Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now.
It ain't happening!